Hello, my name is Sabrina Moreland, and I'm one of the librarians here at Walter State, and this video is going to provide you with a quick overview of how to use and access the library databases. The first thing we need to talk about are some terms that you need to know. When you search in a database, it's not the same as searching in Google or something like that. So there are some terminology that you'll want to be familiar with to have more successful searches. You might be wondering, what is a database? Even if you've used one before, you may not understand or know what makes it so different from other search engines. And so a database is essentially just a collection of different types of information and is organized in a certain way. So an information specialist or a librarian has gone through and tied all these concepts together in a very specific manner. And we have to figure out what words and concepts to use to get the results we're looking for. But there are different types of documents organized within the database. One of the things you're going to use to have better searches are Boolean operators. And so these are words that are used to tie concepts together or to exclude concepts. So you might be looking for cyberbullying and high school, or you may say high school or secondary school. Or maybe you're getting a bunch of information about middle schools, and so you could say cyberbullying and high school, not middle school. But you'll use these three small words to construct your search strings. You'll want to have lots of related terms already thought about and planned for when you're searching. These are terms, concepts, ideas, keywords that relate to or are connected with your research topic. And so going into the database with a list in advance is really helpful, because sometimes the original concepts we had in mind aren't what's in the database. And when that happens, you'll be exposed to what are called subject headings. And these are predefined vocabulary that have been organized or developed by an organization or scholars, experts, information specialists. And one of the ways to think about this are that these words are tagged to express a concept or main idea. And so you may be thinking of the word dog, but the tagged word or subject heading is canine. And so it's sort of a specific way of approaching or thinking about your topic. Our databases have links to subjects or subject thesaurus, where you can find some of these major subject headings to get better results in your searches. Another concept to be familiar with is abstract. Many of our databases have a summary of the article or piece that you're looking at in the databases. This is really helpful so that you don't actually have to go through and skim through the entire article. You can just see what this summary is about. It's important to note that we never quote or paraphrase from an abstract. We don't know who is responsible for writing it. We might assume it's the author, but it could just be someone who is an abstractor for that company or for that database. So accessing the databases, we will do this through the library homepage. So there's a very specific way to get to the library's databases. And so you'll go to the library homepage at library.ws.edu. You'll click on the A to Z database list and narrow by subject. And this could be the class that you're in, so the subject that you are studying in that class, or you could also think about the subject or topic of your research assignment. And so if you're doing something in health, you might look under the health sciences databases, or something that has to do with psychology, you could look under those databases. And so once you've made up your mind about the subject and narrowed down in that way, you will select a database. Now, if you're working off campus and accessing them from somewhere else, you will log in using your eLearn username and password. I'm going to go ahead and open this up just to give you a quick idea of how to access the databases. So this is the library homepage. When I scroll down to the left, I see the A to Z database list. And then this is the full list of our databases, and again you want to narrow by subject. So since this is for an English class, I'm going to click on English, and now I just see the databases that are most appropriate for that subject area. Let's say I want to go into Academic Search Premier. I click on that, And so this took me directly to the page. I've already logged in using my eLearn information, or I'm working on campus. Again, if you're elsewhere, if you're off campus, you will just have to enter that information, and then the initial page of that database will appear for you. But you will use these boxes, and here are our Boolean operators to construct our searches. And you can see this is different from Google because there are all kinds of different things that you can change and filter out in the databases. And your instructor will be sharing some videos for you that are specific to certain databases, and so you'll be able to see how all of that works in another video. There are different types of sources available in the databases. A lot of times your instructor may assign you to use only a peer-reviewed, scholarly, or academic article. And so those can be found in the databases, but you also have access to periodicals. So maybe you could use a magazine or newspaper article for a current topic or a hot topic in society today. Some of our databases, like Gale databases, for example, Opposing Viewpoints, recommend certain websites that relate to your topic. We have full text ebooks that you have access to that have different search features in them so that you are not actually reading an entire book. Some databases recommend videos that you can view to get additional information or background knowledge on your topic. And we also have trade publications. So if you're working for research in business or industry, then you could consult a trade publication. Now we know that databases don't always work exactly the way they should all the time, and so you might experience an issue accessing them. If at all possible, wait just a little while. That often resolves the issue on its own. We know that you're crunched for time a lot of the time, but if you can wait, sometimes it just works. We don't know why. If after a time has passed, please call or email the library and we will reset the server, call the company, do what we can to get them working for you. And we also recommend that you use Chrome or Firefox instead of Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer. We have found that there is better luck in navigation, and all of the features work better in these two platforms. We hope this video has been helpful to you. If you ever have any questions about the databases or research, be sure to contact the R. Jack Fishman Library or contact a librarian. Thank you.